Welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Alright, check it out. I'm gonna use this video to remind a lot of our new subscribers on our channel. We're pretty much family orientated. So we pretty much try to not to allow any kind of cursing, and especially what we don't really allow is for people to degrade or try to bully others. If caught doing that, no questions asked, no warnings, we will delete those people. We have done that plenty of times. Our list is growing really big, but we will not allow that. We will not allow for someone to try to degrade somebody or bully them, call them names, especially for no apparent reason. Especially for people who have been our subscribers for a while and we've grown a very good, close relationship with. I'm just not going to allow it. A lot of other guys out there, a lot of other YouTubers out there will allow that because it's all about subscribers and views. It's not about that with us at Astral. Alright, we got a 2006 Kia Sorento. What I'm going to do today is show you how to change the front left axle. It's a four-wheel drive vehicle, so I'm changing that front wheel axle. And what the problem is with the car is when you're driving along, you can hear it on either side. Whatever axle is bad, you hear that do 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 do. Yeah, you'll hear that. Now that is the axle. I'm gonna jack this up and I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. And then the customer bought the new axle, got the axle from Napa. We're gonna replace that and get it done. All right, let's jack this car up, get some jack stands under it, get us some gloves, take care of this. Be right back. Okay, got our jacks. Got a jack stand, and I like to leave my jack up under there just for added security. Anything, even though the jack stand ain't gonna go nowhere, but I just leave it there unless I need it. First thing we're gonna do, we got a 13/16 or 21 millimeter lug nuts up here. We're gonna take this off. Now, guys, you want to make sure you definitely go in and get you some jack stands. It could be small jack stands. These are the bigger ones. But if you see right there in the back of the truck. You see, I got the little ones also. You know, you can get a set for like 15 bucks, and you know, you'd rather pay 15 bucks for some jack stands than a $15,000 hospital bill and another $75 for a tow truck pulling that car off of you. All right, looks like these are 13. 16, so let's go get our air gun. Somewhere right here, where is it? There it is up there. And get these wheels off. Bear back. Okay, we got our air gun on there. As I said, 13/16, so 21 millimeters. Let's get these lugs off. What's wrong with that? You know, I think we're gonna need a new seat guard here. But again, this gun ain't no good anyway. But okay, let me go get me a. Dang it, this is not good, man. Why do I gotta? All right. Let's see how we're going to do this. Cause this gun ain't giving me enough power. All right, I'm gonna start the air compressor up. I'm gonna get that off. Bear back. All right, got our compressor going. Let it build up. I know you guys keep telling me to go to Harbor Freight, get the Earthquake XC, but I'm lazy as anything. Dang it! I'm still playing with this fastening gun. Makes no sense. Oh, that sucks. Oh, man. Alright. I'm gonna get a pry bar. I'm gonna raise it between the rim. Hopefully. Gotta love this. Alright, looks like we're gonna be getting a new stud for that. Look at these other ones. Huh. Kinda messed up. Alright, let's shut this compressor off. And let's see what we got here. Alright, what I'm going to do, it looks like that's bolt. Like this caliper hose is bolted to the upper control arm. One side, let's see if, what size is this? 14 millimeter on one side, 14 on the other. Alright, let's go get us a 14 millimeter wrench so we can unbolt that, swing this off to the side, and get us a wire tie and tie this caliper up to the side. Be right back. Alright, let's make this a little easier for us. What we're going to do first is let's disconnect this outer tie rod so we can work with the spindle better. Alright, the first thing we want to do, that this sun is blocking me. Can we... Alright, looks like we got a little cotter pin here. So what you want to do is get you a pair of wire cutters. Bring that cotter pin out of the way. Dang it. This one's kind of tight, but usually they would back right up out of there. There we go. Just enough to get that, and then pull that right out just like that. All right, let's get a socket for that. All right, it's a 17 millimeter socket. Let's get our air gun. Let's buzz this off. Alright, now there's two ways of doing this. You can use a fork and put it between there and pry that joint apart, but do not do that because you will mess up the boot. So what you want to do is a process of shock and awe. You want to hit the spindle right at that point. You shock it, and that outer ball joint, outer tie rod is going to go ow, and it's going to dry. It's going to drop down. Okay, watch this. See that? Knock right out. Now we can work with this a little bit better. Bam. All right, next. Since we over here, we got our center nut for our axle. So what we have here is a 33mm deep 1/2" drive impact socket. Let's take that off. Okay. Now we're going to go over this side. Turn it to the side. And let's see how we're going to do this now, because this ball joint looks like it's... we got to disconnect that ball joint. Alright, but before we do that, let's go up here to the top, up here to the upper ball joint. And I want to get, what I want to do here is, maybe I can leave it alone. Maybe I'll just tie it up to the side over to that so I can see it better. Or just leave the caliper up here. It's not going to pull much because it's all tied up right there. You know what? Let's try that. So let's work with our lower ball joint and see how we're going to do this. Man, this ain't gonna be fun at all, man. That looks like it. Alright, now there's a few ways we can do this. I see 3 nut and bolts right there. And then I probably can just slide the whole thing out. That's probably be the easiest way instead of taking the 1 bolt over here and then hammering it. You know what? I think I like that idea better. Alright, let's find out what sizes these are. You know what? Forget that. Let's do it this way. Let's get this cotter pin out of here. Okay, let's bring this cotter pin out of the way. Okay, let's go find out what size that is. We'll be right back. Alright, little change of plans. Let's take this caliper off. We got 2 14mm bolts. Take that off. Okay, and what we're going to do here is pick the caliper off. Get us a wire tie. Tie it up, and I'm going to tie it up to the... Let's tie it up to the stripe. There. Now we're looking pretty good. Now we can see that axle right there. And what I'm gonna do here is this is my theory on this. What I'm gonna do on this, I am going to take my jack, put it up under the lower control arm, pick this up. First I'm going to take the nut off on the bottom of this, and I'm going to whack this, and I'm assuming that everything's just going to drop down and get that out of there. Theory is correct. Let's see if it works. I noticed this axle should have pushed back over by now. I'm going to use the rubber end of the big hammer. Yeah, it moved back some. All right. Let's find out what that bottom nut is and get that off. Right back. Alright. We got a 31mm down there. Let's get our gun. 31mm, 1/2-inch drive. Okay. Got that off. Now let's get our hydraulic jack up under here before we do some damage. Right back. Alright, I am got it up under the lower control arm. And what the theory is, I'm gonna jack this up. Okay. And you know what I might do to make this a little easier, just so I don't mess nothing up over here. Let's how about this caliper bracket? Let's get this off of there. What size is those bolts? Bolts look pretty big. Okay, 19mm bolts. Let's get our air gun over here. Just get them bolts out. Whoops. Like that caliper gonna be in my way. So let's hold the caliper out of the way. Take them off with everything right onto it. Put our bolts back in it. And okay, let's put this to the side. Alright, we'll be right back. Okay, now shock and ore. I'm going to hit it right about down here, and I'm hoping that when I do that, it's going to drop this whole assembly, the spindle and everything, drop it right down. So let's see if I can get you a good look at this. What's bad about this is that see, it turns a little bit, but hopefully it works. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Astro's just hold it. Okay. Dang it. Dang it. Looks like I need to go up more. Let me hope I can jack it up more and get me enough out of there. Or I'll end up taking out the upper joint. Huh. Let's find out if I'm gonna do that. Switch around here. And I'm gonna jack this up a little bit, and hopefully it drops right off of there and get that out of there. Let's find out. Okay. Oh yeah. It looks like it's just a matter of... Oh yeah, it's coming. It's almost there. Got it. See that? All right, now let's now I don't want to mess this up right here, and I notice I'm having a hard time with this axle coming out. So what I'm gonna do here is take the rubber side again, hold out on it. Still not. Okay, let me use the metal side a little bit. Again, I'm pulling out on the spindle and all. Yeah. Alright, before I go crazy with this, let's get us a pan, get some WD-40. Spray this up. And I want to make sure this axle over here looks pretty much the same. Just in case I destroy the end of that, I want to make sure. All right, let's go get us a pan, get some WD-40. Be right back. All right, let's put our pan up under here, and let's just spray inside there. Not that it's going to help me much, I don't think. All right. Now, I am going to hit this a little bit more. So you're going to have to move to this side because you're about to get out of my way. All right. Let's see if I can get this thing to back out. Kidding me? Really? Really? You know what? Let me let this car down a little bit, make sure. Make sure I ain't picking the car up, make sure it's still on that jack stand pretty good. It looks like it moved a little bit. Man. I need a better plan. All right. Out. Do it. You gotta be kidding me. You just gotta be kidding me. All right. All right. I not having a good time here. Oops. Dang it. Almost messed it up. Alright, be right back. Alright, this thing gonna play stubborn. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take off this 14mm nut and bolt on the upper ball joint. So, got a 14mm 1/2" drive on our air ratchet. A wrench on the other side. Let's buzz that off. Yeah. Figures this thing should fight me all the way. Alright. Okay. Got that off. Let's swing this to this side because thing popped right out. Good. All right. Now that it popped out, we're gonna move our. We're gonna take the whole spindle out here, and I'm gonna look how I beat that thing, man. Unbelievable. All right, let's get our jack stand from under here. And let's put our drain pan right here. We're gonna put our drain pan right here because we gotta pop that axle out right there. And what we're gonna do here, let's get us a shorter pry bar or a nice long flat screwdriver. All right, right back. All right, got a long pry bar right here. We'll go up into here and right there. I'm gonna wedge our pry bar right in there. And we're just gonna pop that axle right out. So let's see if I can do this with my other hand. Man, you can't even. Alright, there we go. Let's get our pry bar in there. There we go. Popped out. Okay. Okay. Now. Let's go over here. Take the whole thing out. Okay. There we go. Now, what I'm gonna do is hold it like that. Spray it some more. I'm trying to beat that out of there. You know, this is gonna suck. All right. All right, we'll let that sit for a minute, then we're gonna come back and try it again. All right, let it sit for a while. try this again. That didn't even budge. Unbelievable. Even if I get that off right now, I'm about to grind that down to get it out of there. Progress? None. Bear back. Alright, let it sit for a while. Let's try this again. I really messed this thing up, man. What the heck? This thing is not even budging. Oh my goodness. Alright. It's coming out now. Alright, let's go get out. Maybe I'll get the chisel or something. Man, don't ever do these again. Don't ever do one of these axles if you don't have to. Alright. So let's go get us a grinder so we can grind this off so we can go in there and won't mess up them splines. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, right here's my air chisel. And what I'm going to do here is just try to chisel enough of this around this. Get that piece off. And that ain't working too well. So let me go get my little grinder. Be right back. Okay. Got my little wheel right here. Might have to stop the compressor. What I want to do is go all around that and grind that down. Start to compress up and it's gonna take a little while, but all right, I'm gonna get that done. I'm gonna start to compress up, get that done, and we'll be right back. That look good enough? See if the thing comes out of here. Alright, we'll get us a punch or something to get the rest of that out of there. Grab back. Alright, got me a little punch here. Let's hold this thing up. Look at that thing, man. Look at that thing. My goodness. Yeah, we're gonna be spraying a lot of WD-40 up in here. All right, let's go. We'll get some WD. We'll spray this with some WD-40. Get a rag, clean it out, and put some grease in there too. And get our new axle. All right, right back. All right. Now, if you got a small wire brush, definitely want to use it. I can't find mine, so what I'm going to do here is hold this to the side, some kind of way. Got me some Brillo here, and I'm going to spray the Brillo, some WD-40. Then I'm going to clean this out as much as I can. I got my screwdriver right here just in case. Get this thing cleaned up good. it is kind of messed up in there too. Okay. Man, this thing is messed up. Okay, it's starting to feel a little bit better. I'm gonna keep on going around cleaning that. And you do yours if you're doing this job. And we'll be right back. Alright, we got it cleaned out. What I'm gonna do here is take some white lithium grease. Put it in there. And before we put this thing together, what I'm going to do is get our axle, get our new axle, and let's make sure that it does go in there with no problems. Okay, got our new axle. Perfect. Alright, let's take our old axle and put it in the box. Now, let's start putting this thing back together. Let's get our new axle. Let's slide it into the front differential. And what you want to do is turn it till you feel it. Just grab some teeth right there. Alright, once you got it just like that, get your hammer, use the rubber side, and you're going to pop that axle right into place, get that ring seated. Done. Alright. Now, what you just did was you put it right there on those teeth first, and that ring has to squeeze in and pop into a groove. So what did you do? You just put it in the teeth just to get it lined up, then take your rubber hammer and make sure you can put the teeth in there and you can't move it hardly, and then just hit it right in. Alright, I let the customer know that we're going to need he's going to need a wheel stud, so he's going to get that at a later date. You know, being that we had to take that upper ball joint out, what I'm going to do here is get this out of the way. I am going to line my axle up and put my lower ball joint in at the same time. Get our nut at the bottom to hold this ball joint into place. Okay. Our axle should go right in because we tested it already. There we go. Let's put our new nut on it. Keep it into place. Alright, let's clean up over here a little bit. Then we're going to bolt that lower ball joint down. Be right back. Alright, let's get this nut down here tightened up. Just a little bit of, you know what? I don't like the way that looks and all. It was like WD-40. A little rusty. I'm going to spray that up a little bit. There, that's better. Okay, 31 millimeter. Let's get our air gun. And that tightens up till you see. Matter of fact, let me put you down here. Now when you tighten up this nut, there's holes in the joint itself. See them holes, that hole right there? There's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got to make sure these slots line up with that hole, one of those holes, so you can put the cotter pin back in. So let's get that tightened up. Alright, let me go get a new cotter pin, but in the meantime, I'm gonna make sure I do got it lined up. Yeah, alright. Let's go get us a new cotter pin. Be right back. Alright, got me a kit of cotter pins. Got me a big one here. Let's see if this one will go through. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. Take one, fold it under, hit it, just knock that one up. Alright, that's done. Now, let's get all this stuff out the way. Let's move on to the next thing. Let's get our pan back up under here. And because you can see how our bolt is rusty right here. So let's just spray that a little bit. And in there. Alright, so what we're going to do here, just make sure you can see that. So what I'm going to do here next is go here, push my upper ball joint down in there, get my bolt in there. And as you can see, it goes into that little slot. Let me pick it up. See that old groove right there? That bolt's going. That bolt goes through there. That slot that lined up right with that hole. So you can put that together so that bolt can go through there. Okay. Okay. There we go. We got there's a lock washer and our 14 millimeter nut on the other side. Okay. Now let's get our 14 millimeter and tighten that up. Alright. So what we're getting here, we got our 14 millimeter half-inch drive, put it on our air gun. And then we got a wrench somewhere around here. Here we go. Alright, so get our wrench on one side. Get that tightened up. Okay. That is done. Now, since we got that all together right there, what we're going to do is now we're going to tighten up our axle nut right here. And that is a 33 millimeter. Not done yet. You want to turn it. Turn it. What I need you to do is you're going to line it up. Bring this little groove. See a little groove right there? Make sure that's up in there, because what you're going to do is take a little chisel, and you're going to beat that little section in right there to hold that so the nut don't back off. So let's go get a little chisel, and we'll be right back. Okay, now.
Doing it for the record.
Yeah. See the little groove right there?
This happened once before.
Take a little punch, and what you're going to do is, there's a ring right here. That little ring, you got to make sure you put an indentation in the nut into the axle, because if you don't do that, the axle bolt will back off.
Really?
Yep, that's why they do that little
notch like.
Just like that, and that notch keeps that nut from coming off. Bear back. Okay, got that done. Now let's turn to the side over here. Let's get our caliper bracket with the brake pads already attached. Okay. Those are 19 millimeter. Let's get a 19 millimeter over here. And let's tighten those up. Okay. Let's cut our wire tie off over here and then put our caliper on. Okay. Two 14 millimeter bolts. Tighten them up. Now we swing to the other side and get our little ball joint in here. I mean our outer tie rod. Goes just like that. Same thing, it's got a hole through there. This only got two. So we're gonna put our nut on there and we gotta tighten it up. And we spray that with a little WD-40. Till we can get those holes lined up on them slots. Let's see, this is a 17 millimeter. So let's get that lined up in there. I'm getting too good at this. I'm able to stop it like that. Let's get a cotter pin. And let's see if I got a bigger cotter pin. Great. Alright. Let's get our snips and bend that one back. Lock it down. Good to go. Let's get our tie back on. Right back. Alright. If you guys want to do it, well, we're going to come back and do that wheel lug, that stud. Just tighten up the core. Clean up, we'll be right back. Alright, it's kind of windy out here. There you go. This job gave me kind of like a hard time. But that's the left front axle, 2006 Kia Sorento 4-wheel drive. Any questions, put them in the comment or email me at tim@astralautorepairs.com. Man, it's kind of windy. Take care, everybody. See you in the next vehicle.